What's up, guys? Octotar here, and welcome to Capcom Arcade Second Studio. Healthwarming, uh, I think saying individuals made, uh, um, some individuals may get like seizures, so be careful. Creating save data, okay. Invincibility slash assisted play is now available. You can turn them on in game settings. Assisted play. I hope that wasn't a part of the Invincibility DLC, because assisted play should be default and not a $2 paywall, but yeah. Invincibility, yeah, paywall, but assisted play, no. Game has autosave. Select your input type. Choose Type 2 to start the game with controller settings appropriate for use with an arcade stick controller. You can adjust the settings at any time in controller settings. Note, changing to Type 1 or Type 2 settings will have no effect if using a Joy-Con held horizontally. Let me do Type 1, because that's what I'm using. There's a privacy policy. I think, yep, privacy policy, which I agree to. Second Stadium. New additions and changes to Capcom Arcade Stadium. To players familiar with the first Capcom Arcade Stadium, thank you for playing Capcom Arcade Second Stadium. The following text details new additions and changes to the game. Game records added. The game records feature has been added. This lets you look back on various details of past gameplay, such as playtime and number of sessions. Check out the game records by opening the status screen via the Select Game screen and pressing plus. Changes to ranked gameplay. 1. Score challenges and time challenges are now both available as ranked gameplay for all games. 2. Special challenges can now be played at any time. You can select the score challenge. You can select the score challenge, timed challenge, or special challenge from the menu after selecting a game from the Select Game screen. Changes to campaign. The length of campaigns has changed. Games will switch every week based on genre. Campaigns will now run for 7 days as opposed to the previous 6 days. One campaign will run from Tuesday at 2:00 p.m. until 1:59 p.m. UTC plus 9 on the following Tuesday. Additionally, the games for the campaign will be selected every week based on genre. Game genres will alternate from pseudo/puzzle/sports to action, then fighting. Once fighting is over, it will start again from pseudo/puzzle/sports. And that's it. Okay. Capcom Arcade Second Stadium. Welcome to Capcom Arcade Second Stadium. Play all your favorite arcade classics. Capcom is proud to present Capcom Arcade Second Stadium, the best way to play all your favorite classic arcade games, from shooters to action to fighting games. There's something for everyone. Let the 3D rendered cabinets and precise display options take you back to the glory days of arcade. A new way to play, featuring a variety of useful settings like gameplay rewind, speed adjustment, and the ability to save your game at any time. You've never had a retro game experience so smooth. With the ranking system, you can even compete with players from around the world. Not only can you enjoy all these features, but you can do so while playing on your favorite classic Capcom cabinets. B is back. Okay, starting a game. Choose a game and get playing. Choose a game with select game, then choose start game in the start menu to go to the starting screen. Insert a coin, then press the start button to begin playing. Use the directional buttons to select the game you want to play. Use the directional buttons to select start game, then confirm. Press the right stick down to insert a coin, and a minus to start the game. Note, when using the default Type 2 settings, insert a coin with ZL. Credits. What are credits? Credits are the coins used when starting or continuing a game, but unlike the old games, you're not limited to the number of quarters in your pocket. Credits are an infinite resource. Using credits on the starting screen or continue screen, press R down to insert a coin. Note, when using the default Types 2 settings, insert a coin with ZL. So that's similar to what we just saw in the previous screen. Multiplayer modes. Co-op and versus modes. Depending on the game, you'll have the option to play co-op or versus modes with others. Simply insert credit for each person who wishes to play and press minus to select co-op or versus mode. Tag team mode. Tag team mode can be enjoyed with just a single controller, using L as a start button. When only one controller is detected, tag team mode will proceed with player 1's controller settings. When 2 or more controllers are detected, each player may use their own controller and settings for tag team mode. New bonus features. You earned heroes and heroines. You earned Dark Stalkers SP, Night Warriors SP, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo SP, Vampire Savior SP, Super Gem Fighter SP, Hyper Street Fighter 2 SP, Upright Vampire Survivor, enable it in the frame section of the display settings menu. Triumphs. I have no idea where my cursor thing is. Welcome to the stadium. First failure, get a game over screen. Oh, okay. So, I do not want to go to the Nintendo eShop. Manuals and game manuals, system settings. Volume is good, brightness is good, language is good. Fun guide is fine. Icons and camera controls are fine. MENUS is credit. Oh, okay, so it's like legit the credit for Capcom Stadium. Credit movie, copyright, privacy. I don't know where I'd go for saving and loading. Save your game at anytime, anywhere. Using the save and load functions, you can save your current gameplay and return to it at any time. The save function is always available, so you can play through even the thickest spots with confidence. Save between stages and load to resume your game with ease. Try saving before a big boss battle so you can come back and try it again and again. The save and load functions can be used in a variety of ways to suit your playstyle. How to use the functions. During gameplay, open the game menu and choose Save Game or Load Game. Then choose the slot you want to save into or load from. You can also choose a load game from the select game screen. Yep, that's what I did. Select load game, choose a slot, and play. Slots. Slots hold your saved game data. In addition to saving your progress, the save function also saves any changes you make to the various game settings. You can view the data on each slot. 1. Flag indicates that the save slot is protected. 2. The game title, the screen where you saved, and the data, and the date and time. Okay. 3. The ROM version you played, so English or Japanese, the number of players, the difficulty level, the game speed setting, Invincibility / assisted oh, okay, so that's they call invincibility assisted play as well. No save data. Okay. So a lot of these games I straight up cannot play. Um, let's do status. Status and class. See how far you've come. The status screen allows you to view your total play time, number of play sessions, and other play history. Class shows your total gameplay level. Find out which game you've played the most. Look back on your play history and let the nostalgia flow. What is status? On the status screen, you can see your play history, including total Hasbro earned and total playtime rewards. Press X on the select game screen to view the status screen. 1. Your current class and Hasbro total, along with the amounts needed to advance the next class. 2. Your total playtime in the game you played the longest. 3. Your total play sessions and the game you played the most times. That's all appeared in like some sort of image. I'm not describing it because it's kind of difficult. Also, it's kind of more visible than most games. Sorry about that. What are classes? Classes are titles awarded to you based on your gameplay. Your class will rise according to the amount of Hasbro you earn. You can also earn new options for display settings as your class goes up. Oh, okay, so must be like in-game or something. What is the class list? The class list screen displays information related to classes. On the status screen, press X to view it. 1. Lists the available classes. 2. Displays the Hasbro needed to advance to each class. 3. Displays the reward you receive upon reaching each class. Game records. The game records feature lets you look back on various details of past gameplay. Access the game records by pressing plus in the status screen. Then select a game from the list to view its records. Okie dokie. So if I go to Sansan, I can possibly, display settings. The display settings. Display settings allows you to change settings like frames and display filters. You can play on a 3D rendered arcade cabinet or add scan lines to really give things that retro feel. Just like old times. Feel like you're really there with a 3D cabinet. Such your own wallpaper. Oh my goodness, there's 8 pages, okay. All that and more explore the various display settings, and personalize your gameplay. How to use. You can access display settings from the Start menu or the Game menu. Use the directional buttons to navigate through the menu. Choose and change settings. You can use different settings for different games, and your settings will be preserved after a change is made. Preset. Presets allow you to change the frame size and filter settings all at once. There are 4 settings: normal, dash, super, and custom. Normal, no frame or filter. Dash, no frame, so scan lines. Super, 3D cabinet frame, curved display filter. Custom, save your own customized preset. Frame. Frame settings allows you to change the game background or use a 3D cabinet. The 2 categories are 2D and 3D. 2D. Choose a wallpaper to be displayed in the background. 3D. Choose a 3D arcade cabinet display. When using the 3D setting, you cannot change display size. Display size. Display size allows you to change the size of the game. There are 3 options: normal, arcade, and max. Arcade. A screen size to match the 3D cabinet display, slightly smaller than normal size. Max. Maximize the game to fill your screen, which I will be using in every single playthrough because I am blind. Display filter 1. Display filter allows you to set the display of scan lines and other visual effects ranging from types A to Z. Type A, show scan lines. Type B, show RGB pixels. Type C, softens pixels, and Type D, shows scan lines and softens pixels. Display filter 2. Display filter allows you to set the display of scan lines and other effects, ranging from types A to Z. Type E, shows curved display. Type F, shows scan lines and curved display. Type G, shows scan lines, softens pixels, and shows curved display. Screen orientation / display orientation. Screen orientation allows you to change the orientation of all aspects of the game, including the controller inputs. Display orientation allows you to change the orientation of each game's display. Controller inputs are not affected. There are 4 orientation options: normal, right, reverse, and left. Why, you ask? Use screen orientation and display orientation to adjust the screen to fit your playstyle. Have you ever wanted to play a vertical scrolling shooter as a side scroller? Now you can. Okay, that makes sense. And that's it, actually. I'm gonna do custom. Thank you. Power Gray. Oh. What would you say? A. Cabinet's Capcom logo. There's a P. Cattle logo. Status. Mini blue, yellow. Requests. Upright. Heroes and heroes. Dark Stock SP. Night Warriors SP. Puzzle Fighter 2. Vampire Savior. Gem Fighter. Street Fighter 2. Oh, Hyper Street Fighter 2. I'm gonna do Heroes and Humans. But actually it's not gonna really matter because I'm just gonna do max. Display filter, none. Normal. Orient. Oh, okay. That's okay. I'm also gonna do normal for that. I'm not gonna reset to default. So you've changed the settings. Apply to changes, yes. Okay, let's go to game settings now. Oh, another tutorial screen. Adjust the settings to play just how you want. In game settings, you can adjust the difficulty level, number of lives, and other assorted settings. Change the settings is a game changer. Changing the settings is a game changer. Set that game you can't beat to easy mode, or put difficulty on high to really give yourself a challenge. Navigating and changing settings. You can access game settings from the Start menu. Use the directional buttons to navigate through the menu. Choose and change settings. You can use different settings for different games, and your settings will be preserved after a change is made. Note, available settings will differ depending on the game. Difficulty and enemy settings 1. Difficulty level. Change the difficulty settings. Enemy attack frequency. Adjust how often enemies attack. Enemy attack power. Adjust the strength of enemy attacks. Ball speed. Adjust the speed at which the ball travels. Difficulty in enemy settings 2. Paddle rebound limit. Adjust the amount of times you can rebound the ball off of the paddle. Time limit. Set the speed at which time runs out. Enemy difficulty. Adjust enemy difficulty. Increasing the difficulty will increase enemy attack power. Gem speed. Adjust the falling speed of gems. Player settings 1. Starting lives. Change the number of lives available at the start of the game. and when continuing. Starting life level. Change the fill level of the life gauge at the start of the game and when continuing. Bonus lives. Customize the bonus lives feature, which increases player lives according to the score. Diminishing vitality. Adjust the rate at which the player's vitality diminishes over time. Attack power. Adjust attack power. Player settings 2. Attack power. Adjust the amount of counter gems sent to the opponent when attacking. Game speed. Set the gameplay speed. Invincibility. Turning on this setting will render you invincible. Triumphs that require clearing games cannot be completed when using invincibility. So we don't care if you spent $2 on this to make this easy for you. Be quiet. Assisted play. Turning on this setting will enable assisted play. Triumphs that require clearing game cannot be completed when using assisted play. Yeah, whoopee. Okay. I will make sure that I have these off then for the most part. Assisted play should be accessibility, not a thing that respects you. But that's just me. Stage and other settings. Number 1. Stage selection. Enable stage selection. Opening stage. Choose the stage at which the game begins. Number of starting stages. Adjust the number of starting stages selections. Choose between 2 or 4 country stages. Continue limit. Adjust the number of opponents you can face and still continue after losing. Maximum players. Change the maximum number of players. So, just want to mention, despite complaining about invincibility and assisted play, the other settings that you have available to you actually make the games pretty accessible on their own. It does distinct that they call something assisted play and kind of restrict you on getting trophies, because for me, as someone who does have a disability that would actually use assisted play for accessibility, I'd be pretty disappointed if, like, let's say I had less vision and I actually needed that. Anyway, stage and other settings 2. Max rounds. Adjust the maximum number of rounds. CPU rounds. Adjust the maximum number of rounds for CPU mode. 2-player rounds. Adjust the maximum number of rounds for 2-player mode. Damage gauges. Adjust the number of impact damage gauges. Number of games. Adjust the number of games in a match. We are almost done with this last page. Stage and other settings 3. Turbo. Adjust turbo settings. Free selection allows you to choose your preferred turbo speed in the character selection screen. Attract mode sound. Choose where the sound plays in attract mode. Graphic content. Adjust censorship settings for graphic content. When turned on, blood splatter will be censored and gory effects will be minimized or eliminated. Hidden characters / teams. Enable or disable hidden characters / teams. When turned on, melody becomes available in Smash Stars. Golden USA becomes available in Dunk Stars, and Star becomes available in Kick Stars. And that's all of them. Oh, there's more. Uh, um, Game speed. You control the speed. The game speed setting allows you to change the speed in which everything moves in a game.